Portugal, a country of endless mountain trails, rugged coastlines, and thousands of kilometers of dirt roads just waiting to be explored. After a flight from Amsterdam to Lisbon and a 1.5 hour drive, we finally arrived at our base for the week, B&B Raposeira, tucked away in the Portuguese mountains. Our hosts, Mario, Mika and Mariano, made sure that our CRF300Ls were ready to go upon arrival. But it seems like Portugal had other plans. As we arrived, it seems we brought the Dutch weather. Not that that would ever stop us. We hopped on the bikes, and our first quest was to find some lunch. It doesn't take long to find some dirt in Portugal. It's literally everywhere. Just before we arrived, a major storm had hit the country, so there's fallen trees everywhere. Apart from the heavy rain at times, things are kinda perfect over here. The trails are technical, especially with all the wetness. That makes the trails super interesting. It doesn't take long, and we hit our first major obstacle. A nice water crossing.
Ik wil eigenlijk vlak achter je aan, ik heb de GoPro toch? Gaan we even kijken? Is het diep? Ik denk dat het wel kan hoor.
After quickly checking out the situation, we decide we can do the water crossing.
Gewoon rijden en onder de troon door.
I think Timo and I agree here. Water crossings are one of the most fun things to do. Of course the fun doesn't stop there. The trails are epic. There's something magical about flying in between the trees on a little CRF300. Mario, who we rented the bikes from, keeps the bikes far from stock. They all have upgraded suspension and they ride like a dream. From flying in between the trees, you can suddenly be on wet ground with large rocks.
Ik sta stil op links. Dat is de kutplek. Ja, ik ben bijna op mijn mijl.
Seems like I made a steering mistake. And now I have to play catch up.
Weg. Oh, dat was moeilijk, of niet? Ja, het gaat toch harder dan je denkt. Deze lekker rustig aan.
Around every corner is a new surprise. Steep climbs, wet ground, steep descents. On day one, Portugal already proves to be a little bit of everything. It doesn't take long and the road becomes really slippery, even though you can't really see.
Ja.
Even rust. Rustig, zelfs uit hè. Heel. Even rust.
Ja, het gaat oké hoor.
Ja?
Ja. Ik kwam alleen heel hard met mijn hoofd op de grond.
Oké.
En met mijn schouder.
Hij staat wel op film.
Hè? Hij staat wel op film, ja.
I hit my head pretty hard, and that's it for today. We decide to give my head some rest, and decide to go back to the bed and breakfast. Of course, that's the moment I decided to start hailing. The rain is relentless, but it makes the trails so much fun.
Ik ben niet zo snel op het moment.
The next morning, we're right back on the trails. Mariano has told us about an amazing climb up to the windmills, with a stunning view.
Ja, hij volgt mooi. Hij volgt mooi hoor, hij volgt mooi. Ja, lekker. Mooi tempo houden.
It's like climbing into the clouds.
Ja, ik vond het heel mooi.
It never feels fast, but before you know it, you take that bike up a mountain.
Dat gaat prima. Je kan een beetje de tank knuffelen, zeg maar, dan kan je golf een beetje op het achterwiel blijven zitten. Dan heb je nog een beetje druk. Ik vind het wel mooi hoor, hier links. Ik moet een beetje denken aan Montenegro eigenlijk.
And so we press on across the peak of this mountain, in search of the best views. We really came to a country where around every single corner is something new to explore and an amazing view to see. But now, time for some fun. so we finished our second day of playing in Portugal, heading back to the B&B with big smiles on our face. Day 3 got even wetter, but that doesn't spoil our fun. Today we are searching for a river view that our hosts have pointed us towards, and maybe some hidden spots. Even when it's wet out, Timo will always remind me to drink water. It's just something that's hard-coded into his brain. And it's good advice. Even when it's pouring rain, you should still stay hydrated. And then suddenly we find it. No matter where we go that day, we find a beautiful spot every single corner. At this point, we've become experts at clearing the trees. We've been doing it all day.
Zeker. Anders ik wel. Nee, ik vind het ook niet. Thanks, maat. Ja, ik heb er niks aan. Nee, ik ook niet. Zo, een beetje dak. Dat is wel mooi hoor. Ja, ik was er dan nog op, ja.
After all that hard work, we deserve some lunch. That's why we search for some civilization. Just for a moment though.
Nope. Oké. Nou, dan niet. Die man is aan het lachen, jongen.
Everything seems closed, and after getting rejected, we find someone willing to help. And then finally, after searching for a bit and trying to follow the guy's directions, we found a spot. On the 4th day, we are on a bit of a mission. Mario has told us about a motocross track that he saw on a map, but hasn't visited yet. So we're gonna check it out for him. After all, what's more fun than a little side quest? After clearing away even more trees, we're getting close to the spot. There it is, hidden in the middle of the forest, a motocross track. Of course, a random dirt track is amazing fun, but it's time to move on.
Wat een god, kijk dan. Kijk dan, kijk dan, hoppa! Alsof het niks is. Echt, de Griekse goden, jongen, die nemen een voorbeeld aan jou. Een soort darten voor gevorderden dit.
Who says riding a motorcycle is not a workout? Speaking of workouts. Yeah, fallen trees are slippery. And the day has more in stock for us.
Ja. Ja.
Heel lekker, maar ik maak een fout met mijn poot. En ik was meteen weer weg. Je kan geen één kleine fout maken, het is meteen over.
Ja, je hebt gewoon totaal geen grip hier.
Niks.
Je hebt de ruimte niet om snelheid te maken.
Nee, ik wilde verder naar beneden, maar ik zag die honden alweer.
Ja.
Dus
dit is wel ver hoor.
ja, en klei. Als het alleen stel was, waren we er al geweest.
Ja.
Alright.
We found a steep climb, and with dogs chasing us and a thunderstorm approaching, we just want to get out of here, get to the B&B and make plans for tomorrow.
Snel.
Probeer kan ik gewoon mee peddelen en gas blijven geven. Ik wil het altijd proberen.
Ja. Heb je hem?
Ja.
Koppel.
Ja, go, 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 go! Oh.
Almost. Just a bit too tight.
Zag je dat?
Ja.
Ik had hem, maar hij ging weg.
Ja, je had hem.
At this point we had wrestled 2 bikes up a mountain, and we were completely dead.
Ja, ik kan naar de achterrem gebruiken als het scheelt.
Ik heb hier niet lang.
Oké, ik ga in één keer hoor.
Finally done. And just in time, you can see the thunderstorm in the background.
Go off-roading, they said.
It will be fun, they said.
And then for the next day, we suddenly had very different plans. My wife is in Malaga, Spain with a friend, and that suddenly gives us a great excuse to drive from Pombal all the way to Malaga. Last minute, Mario has made sure that we can grab the Yamaha T7 and the Honda Africa Twin, and we can take them all the way to Spain. It's super misty on the road, but we have to make good time. Timo and I really aren't used to these day trips. Normally, we travel through several countries. So, we take a little bit of tarmac, and in only 9 hours, we make it all the way to Spain. But the plans don't stop there. On day 6, we suddenly find ourselves in the port of Tarifa. We've made some plans to go to Morocco. After all, what is a 1-hour ferry ride after a 9-hour drive on a motorcycle?
Dat bedoelde ik dus. Bar. Dat is wel lachen, dat is een attractie. Kan ook naar buiten? Je hebt mooi licht aan de overkant, hè?
Tangier is an amazing place to discover, and I'm sure we'll come back to explore even more of Morocco. I hear the trails are amazing. And then it's time to head back to Portugal the same day. Another 9 hours. Let's be honest, a micro adventure is always worth it. The next day, we're right back at it. We only have 2 days left, so we want to make the most of it. Although, we might be a bit tired. After visiting Mika her art studio, Mario has pointed us to a local trail, and that's where we're heading. It's a fun little trail, with a lot of technical rock gardens. It's not anything difficult per se. However, my head is quite full from the 2 9-hour drives. I have a severe migraine, and today's just not my day. It's easy to forget how exhausting being in the saddle all day can make you. You have to take care of yourself. For today, we got out of there. And tomorrow, we're gonna head out to the beach. Finally, it's a beautiful day. The sun is out and we're ready for a last day of fun in Portugal. The sand combined with the heavy rain makes for a very odd situation.
Deze gaan we niet nemen. Dit water is wel een beetje te...
Even now, Portugal has some surprises in stock for us.
Wacht even hoor, ik heb hem neer. Ja. Nee, lukt wel.
It feels like we're racing Dakar in the desert. This is the perfect way to close our trip.
Ruk, even voorbij. Zit hem even beneden neer. Laat het erop dragen. Hoop dat we hier staan. Ja, hier komen we wel weer omhoog. Ja. Oh, ik hoop het. Nee.
And so we head back to our bed and breakfast. After a week of playing with these bikes and a little side trip to Morocco, we are beyond ecstatic. Portugal is one of the most beautiful places on earth, and there's so many more places to discover. Our road has taken us across peaks and plains. And now, a well-deserved beer, we sign off and we head back to plan the next adventure. Thanks for watching, see you next time.